So I'm just going to ask you some questions which are really straightforward. I'm pretty sure most of you will say yes to these, but firstly, how many of you have a Facebook account? Just hands up. So you, yeah, perfect. How many of you have a YouTube account? Yeah, and how many of you have a Twitter account? So yeah, so all of you seem fairly active on social media, which tends to be the trend for people in your age demographic. So what I have in front of you is a terms of service agreement for the social media site Facebook. So what I just want you to do is just have a real quick read, just sort of flick through it, and then once you're done, just sign your name at the end wherever. So what you've just agreed to, hypothetically speaking, of course, is the Facebook terms of service. When you went to sign up for Facebook originally online, you probably wouldn't have read it, just sort of just click through it and just click agree. I'm sure that's what happened, yeah? Because who has time for that? By clicking agree or by signing that, what you've essentially agreed to is allow them to track you on other websites, allow you to share your data with lots of other services, allow to use your data for whatever purpose they would wish, and record sound and video. So if you have an Android phone, for example, they can record sound and video from that whenever they please. Now, how many of you would have known that? I guess not many of you, yeah? It's an ethical issue and it's something that we're trying to crack down on, I guess. Terms of service agreements have forever been something that online users consent to without reading. According to a study conducted with people in Britain by Carnegie Mellon University, only 7% of Brits read the terms and conditions of sites they use regularly. Online privacy policies are so cumbersome that it would take the average person around 250 working hours every year, which is the equivalent of 30 full working days, to actually read the privacy policies of the website they visit in a year, which is according to an analysis by researchers Alicia M. McDonald and Laurie Faith Craner. Terms of service agreements are like binding online contracts. Therefore, if users don't read through terms of services appropriately, then they may not be aware that they have little to no control for how their data is used. But do we really care? We spoke to some students at RMIT to get their thoughts.
I feel like I should care about it more than I do, because I could be signing away to anything, but I'm so lazy, I just press yes.
Generally, if it's like a trusted organisation, like I'd say Apple, I'd probably just not really care because I'd expect that they're doing the right thing by my data anyway.
I mean, I care, but I never really read the terms of service of things.
According to Kimberly Morrison of the Social Times, of the users who don't read the terms of service before agreeing, 53.1% say there is no point because you need to agree to sign up, even if you disagree with the content of the terms. 36.72% say it takes too long to read the terms, which is a great argument for simpler terms of agreements.
I don't really understand them. Like the words are, it's obviously a lot of jargon and it's really long, so I don't really have the time.
Just how, it's just legal jargon. It's not really written in everyday speech. It's not really written the way that you would normally write something. So,
according to Time magazine, what you might not be aware of is that your photos might be for sale. You might not be able to delete your account from a social media service. Companies can track your web activities even after you leave a site. Your data can be given to law enforcement without your knowledge. You can be banned from filing class action lawsuits. Even if you delete a piece of content, a company may also hold on to it. And lastly, terms of service can change at any moment. We asked university students for their thoughts on these subtle agreements.
It's pretty funny. It doesn't make me think twice. It just makes me it does sort of scare me a bit, but I don't think that's enough to scare people off. It's not enough to scare me off. I'm still gonna do it.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's pretty weird, but I'm still gonna click accept without reading it.
not good. It's kind of a bit of invasion of privacy, but then at the same time, you kind of already putting the information out there, so you're kind of already taking the risk, I guess.
We don't have a direct solution, but we think there needs to be more transparency when it comes to consent to online agreements.
You want out? Are you saying you want out? Fine, you don't want to be part of this? Then just sign right here. No, you didn't read it! This says we don't ever have to let you out and then we can do whatever we want! Damn it, why won't it read?
What we've demonstrated today is that making people more aware is the first step to positive ethical changes in this area. It is important that this issue is addressed to ensure consumer rights are upheld and that individuals are well informed to what they click agree to.